Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of owning a tonneau cover. I have owned and have been using this tonneau cover by Real Truck for about a month now, a little bit over a month. If you guys would like to see more on this bad boy, I'll leave some videos where I talk about it and showcase it a little bit more down in the description, as well as links to Real Truck if you'd like to snag some gear and bring your truck to life using those links and show some support. Thank you guys so much. But let's go ahead, let's jump into it. So let's go ahead, let's talk about the more obvious pros, right? So a tonneau cover, it's here to protect what's in your truck bed, right? That's one of the first pros we're going to talk about. The cover seals on your truck bed, hopefully protects whatever you have in here from weather. I mean, that's super nice if you have things like wood, things that can get wet and ruin them, as well as keeping dust and dirt, whatever might be flying back here when you're outside and in the elements, keeping it protected not only from weather and elements, but from thieves, people who want to steal the stuff out of your truck bed. Who knows why they do it? But if you have a locking truck bed tailgate, I don't, but that's our next thing, is getting one, right? With an aluminum hard tonneau cover like this bad boy, it makes it so much harder for people to get in there and steal your stuff. When you do have valuable stuff in the back of your truck, you're keeping it protected. You're keeping all that valuable stuff protected through everything you're gonna throw at it, right? So that's one of the more obvious things when you do own a truck bed cover, a tonneau cover like this bad boy. Another obvious pro we could talk about, I mean, check out the look. It gives you this streamlined look for your truck, right? If you're curious about those crossbars, we're not going to talk about them much in this video. Check out the other video, check out what those are all about, but that just adds to the look of your truck, right? It's nice and sleek and smooth. Who doesn't love a good looking truck, right? Especially when you are tying all of that in with the big tires and the off-road look, right? Looks so freaking sweet. I don't care what anybody says. I think it looks so awesome. Not only is there utility for this bad boy, but looks are another plus. So doing a little bit of research, a truck bed cover also reduces drag, which improves your MPG 5 to 10%. That might not be huge, but over the course of time, that's going to save you a little bit of money, right? And I've touched on this in the review video, but I've noticed when I'm going down the freeway and there's like a crosswind. So I'm driving this way and a crosswind is coming across the truck like this, in this direction or this direction, right? In the past, I've noticed some pull with heavy winds, but with a truck bed cover, honestly, it like cuts it down immediately. I'm not getting pulled by the wind as much. I've noticed it in the rear end as I'm driving down the freeway. With higher winds, it cuts it out, and it was pretty surprising. That was just one thing when I first got it and was driving that this helped with like tremendously. It was so awesome. So less drag, better driving, better MPG. Might not be a whole lot, but hey, we need every bit we can get in these gas guzzlers, right? Now we've got two more pros that I want to touch on. This is kind of tonneau cover specific, but this T-slot system right here is going to allow me to add stuff to my truck. Give me that overlanding utility and look. Quick example right there, right? Like I said, that's pretty specific to this tonneau cover, but now it's just upgraded my truck to add more stuff to it, right? And if you've been following along, you know that's the whole point. I love doing it, that kind of stuff to my truck. Lastly, last night I was getting some groceries, and I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but it is a quick and just dirty or easy way to set stuff on here. So I had my hands full, right, getting stuff out of my truck, and I just had to set a couple things down to open the door, and I'm like, hey, that is so freaking cool. Before, I mean, you'd have to like set it into the truck bed, right? And it wouldn't just be a quick and easy way. If anything, it was a little more cumbersome, right? Because like, oh, I gotta set it in the truck bed now. My hands are full, I gotta open the door, whatever. It was so funny that was just like one thing. And I'm like, I wasn't able to do that before. Had to like set it on the ground or whatever. But I could just quickly set what I had in my hands on here, open the door, throw the crap in and get going. I don't know. That's just one thing that I noticed and I wanted to share with you guys. So if you are agreeing with any of these things, be sure to comment, leave your thoughts down below. If you own a tonneau cover, I want to hear you share your thoughts and your experience as well, because everybody's experience is different, right? So we're here to talk about that kind of stuff. I really enjoy talking about that stuff with you guys. Leave your comments, leave your thoughts. We're going to jump into the cons now. A couple of cons that are obvious as well to other people, and they're just blatant cons when it comes to owning a tonneau cover on your truck. So first con I want to talk about and touch on, and this was actually one of the cons that stopped me from buying one at the very beginning, or at least put it down on the list, and that was cost. These things can be pretty costly. I mean, thousands of dollars, even in the top hundreds of dollars if you want high quality material that's going to last forever. And today's day and age, I mean, we don't have money just to be throwing out there. That's why I'm so grateful for Real Truck. It's almost better to not have the protection, right? And just keep stuff in your cab or keep stuff at home or in lockable lockers or whatever in the back of your truck, rather than spending the money and having a tonneau cover. That's kind of what you pay for when it comes to having something convenient like this. I wanted to touch on that being one of the more obvious cons. And now the next con that I want to touch on is limited cargo space. That's super obvious, right? I mean, look at that cooler. It's not even standing upright, because if it were, I wouldn't be able to pull the tonneau cover all the way back. So I have other gear that I put back here that I wouldn't be able to fit just because it's too tall, and we have to roll the tonneau cover up a little bit for it to fit back here. Again, that is kind of being picky, and it is your preferences. I was able to get the roll-up tonneau cover, so it is like a 50-50 thing where it's like, oh man, like I can't fit that in here and have my tonneau cover down. I have to roll it up, even though I really wanted it down. So super big one, super big con on that. If you regularly pack stuff in your truck bed that's tall and you can't fit in the back of your truck, that's huge. So big one there. Maybe you guys have figured out ways to combat that. I'm a newbie to this, right? I've only had this for a little while, so I'm still kind of figuring stuff out. I mean, my cooler's sideways, and I don't mind. It still works, still keeps stuff cool, right? It's just sideways. So lastly, you've made your truck bed dark now, right? I mean, just take a peek in here. It's the middle of the day, and you can't even tell that I've got my strap bucket and other stuff back here. However, that does give you an opportunity to install, there we go, install truck bed lights like I have now. So I mean, take it or leave it. You're putting something over the top of your truck bed. It's going to make it dark, but I saw that as a challenge and said, you know what? That's just an opportunity to throw truck bed lights in the back of my truck, which I did. Let me know what you guys think about that and your solutions on solving that issue with a darker truck bed. I really like those lights. I installed them with that switch in the back, and I think it has worked out so sweet. So really, there you have it, my pros and cons when it comes to owning a tonneau cover on your truck. If you guys are into these type of videos, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more. We have so many adventures on the way, so much more gear on the way. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are so awesome for supporting me, supporting the channel and this small business, this brand that we're building. We've come a long way. I'm sure if you've watched since the beginning, this is like huge. It blows my mind anyway. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one.